I ended up paying like 3,000 euro for this land, for almost 2 hectares of land. Make a pretty amazing deal. I think I bought the cheapest land that you can find here at the moment. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today, quite exciting. Yeah, I wanted to take you guys along to view this property. Some of you might recognize it. It's the property where I every year come to harvest the olives. But I already know for now almost 2 years that the owners want to sell this property, and all that time I've been quite interested in buying the property. And yeah, I've been talking with them, and yeah, I guess we made a deal. So a lot of you that have been following me for a while know that for a long time when I moved here I was always living on a very tight budget, and I went to move in on somebody else their land. I've been living there now almost for 2 years. I never had the plan to stay there. I know a lot of you think that where I'm living now it's my property. It isn't. So I always was looking out for something for myself, but like always I didn't have a lot of money. I still don't have a lot of money. So yeah, there was always, a big challenge to find something that I could afford. So the challenge as well was to find something which was affordable but also big enough, because I have my animals, I have sheep, I have my mule, and yeah, I need a space where they can all live. Um, so yeah, when I heard the owners talking about selling this land, I was immediately interested. I know the only problem would be the price. It's actually a quite big piece of land. At least for me, it's a good beginning. It's almost 2 hectares big, which is enough for the animals that I have now. And yeah, so that's really exciting as well. The grass here looks pretty good. There's a decent forage here for the animals, which is really exciting. So there's two things which were a bit concerning. One is there's not much water, or there's no much water on this land. However, the land during summer remains green, so I'm pretty sure there's spots here where I can find water in the soil or water in the ground, so I can probably make a pond or dig a well or something like that. But this week I also went to talk with the solicitor and the owners, and the owners gave me a map where somebody made like a little drawing on and wrote down a spring with an arrow. So yeah, somebody in the past must have known that there was a spring here. The owners from the land only had it for a few years. they almost never been here, so they also have no idea, they never seen the spring. So one of the first challenges here will be finding that spring. And yeah, I have to check the map again, I forgot it. Hey guys! So the footage you were just looking at, I shot that like 3 weeks ago. When I shot it, the screen of my camera was broken, so I didn't really see what I was filming. And I realized in my editing the footage was horrible. So I'm back here today to do it again. I was able to buy a very cheap land. I've been looking for land for quite a while. I knew this land was for sale already for quite a few years, because some of you might recognize the land. I've been coming here over the last 2 years to harvest the olives, and I knew the owners wanted to sell the land. I just didn't know what they really wanted money-wise for the land. But we managed to make a pretty amazing deal. I think I bought the cheapest land that you can find here at the moment. Yeah, amazing. But first, let's have a little look. Yeah, I'm gonna show you around my new property. So we're standing on the border here. This is the neighbor's land. This is my land. So you can see here, there's a little road going down the way, and I actually have 2 pieces of land, one on this side of the road and then one on the other side. I don't know if you can make out there's a little ruin standing there. That's the border. The ruin isn't part of my land anymore, that's the neighbor's. And then on the other side, I don't know if you can make it out from here, right over there, there's another ruin, and that's again the neighbor's land. It's the same neighbor. He owns pretty much everything around my land. So yeah, that's more or less where the border is, like going that way, and then on the other side where the ruin is as well. So I'm standing on the division here. This side is my land, that side's the neighbor land. And I don't know if you can make out the stones over here, and there's one just behind it as well. That's the border stones. So yeah, that indicates my border. Yeah, let's go and have a look. It runs all the way down there. My land is almost 2 hectares. So the biggest part is on this side of the road, and then you have another part as well on the other side. Border stone. So my land goes like to where you see the brambles, and where it starts going uphill again. Like this little valley is still mine. This olive tree is mine, and then next to the olive tree is the neighbor's land. So yeah, I would say this is about 200 meters, 150 meters towards the road. And the ruin is just up there, the other ruin. Yeah, it's pretty amazing. Beautiful piece of land. As you can see, loads of olive trees. I've been harvesting the olives here in the last few years, and I think the first year was the best year. I didn't even pick all the olives. I think if I would have picked all of the olives, we would have more than 2,000 kilos, maybe even up to 2,500 kilos, and that would give me enough for like at least 300 liters of olive oil. If I sell that olive oil, I get like 3,000 to 4,000 euros worth of oil. And yeah, that's about the price that I paid for this land. So amazing. It's a beautiful deal. I can earn the money back in like 1 year just with the olive harvest. And there's so much else that I can do with this. I ended up paying like 3,000 euro for this land, for almost 2 hectares of land. Yeah, it's a very good deal, very good deal. I think, you know, if you want to buy 2 hectares of land with all these olives, nice green grass on it, nowadays you would probably pay somewhere between 10 and 20,000 euro for a piece of land like this. What I paid is like a price from like 10-15 years ago. I was just very lucky to get this deal. It's really like a dream come true, to be honest. I always dreamt of having a big piece of land. I mean, 2 hectares is a nice start. It isn't crazy big. I would love a bit more land than that, to be honest, but it's a good start, and definitely for that price. Yeah, it's quite nice land. You know, it's not full of rocks. It's very green, like I said. There's patches where it's more green than other patches, but yeah, amazing piece of land. One of the worries that I had when buying this piece of land is that there's not much water on this land. There's one well on the other side, on the smaller part of the land, on the other side of the road. But here on the big plot, there's no well. I'm quite close to the river. Well, it's still, there's another property in between. The river is like 150 meters, 200 meters from where I'm standing now. It's a bigger river than the river where I live now. It does dry out, but like towards the end of August or September, and a few weeks later, usually the rain starts again, so it starts filling up. It's maybe dry for maximum a month. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, I've been here a few times in the last summer and the summer before as well, and I always noticed that there were big patches of grass that were still very green in the middle of summer. And usually in this area everything dries out in the summer, so having that green patches on the land makes me kind of feel sure that there's spots here that will hold water, or that have water underground, maybe a spring. So yeah, you can see here there's a lot of water standing here. There's this wall of brambles, so I'm hoping when I'm clearing all of this out that I might actually find this spring. Don't really see the water running, so yeah, it would have been amazing to really see a trickle coming out somewhere. Don't see that at the moment, but yeah, first let's have a look at the other side. This looks very interesting. It's quite a bit deeper, this puddle. This really looks like this might be a spring, and I actually hear water running. I don't know. That's a lot of water in here. That's nice. Yeah, just curious how it's gonna be in summer. I need to clear all this out and see what's under these brambles up here. So I can't really see the water running, but I kind of hear water dropping, so that's a very good sign. Yeah, as you can see, it's quite a bit of uphill behind me, so yeah, for sure there's water running through this mountain. So I'm standing here in front of the neighbor's ruin. This is more or less where the border is, where the camera is standing. Yeah, it's amazing. It's a very, very amazing view. Like I said, I'm so happy with this property. On my last video, or in the footage that I shot a few weeks ago, I was here with my girlfriend. She couldn't come today, but yeah, we're basically hoping to build our future here together. So a lot of you that have been following me for a while think that the property where I'm living now is my property. That isn't the case. I always been quite clear about that I'm living there on the land of somebody else. I always knew that that only was going to be like a temporarily thing. So yeah, it's just very exciting to now have my own piece, where I can build my own thing, do my own thing, and yeah, just you know, build up a future, build my own house. Yeah, pretty cool. And it's just amazing to be in this beautiful landscape. These olive trees have been here for like hundreds and hundreds of years, some of them. They're really, really big olive trees, which is amazing if you think about it, you know, that this landscape basically has been the same all that time. You know, there's a few houses that I can see from here, few little farms, but that's about it. It's quite secluded, isolated place, and I love it. Yeah, looking forward to the future. Look at this, man. This is a beast of an olive tree. I don't know how many hundred years it's old, but it's a few hundred years for sure. Yeah, just beautiful to have, just amazing to have such beautiful olive trees. I will be planting loads of other stuff here as well in the future, but the olive trees will always be the main focus, I think, just because they pay for the land basically. So yeah, it's pretty cool. I want to show you a spot where I'm thinking about building my future house, but first let's have a look at the other smaller piece of land. So this is the road that divides my land in two pieces. This is the big part, this is the small part. Down at the bottom there you can see the farmhouse. That's my closest neighbor. And a bit in front of just where the valley is, really, that's where the river is flowing. So yeah, that's like 200 meters away, which is pretty cool. The river has beautiful waterfalls a bit further on. Yeah, it's just a blessing to be that close to a beautiful river. So yeah, let's go and check the other land. So yeah, we're here on the small piece of land. You can see there, up there, that's the ruin. My land ends just here, just in front of that ruin. There's one border stone over there, but I don't see a border stone over here, so I don't know. I know that olive tree is the neighbor's, and I'm not sure about this one. So I know this one is my tree again, but the border might be here somewhere. I don't know exactly. So yeah, we got a field down here, which is, you would think that this field is one plot, but it isn't. The border is really right over here. That's the border stone. And then yeah, I guess probably that olive tree is actually still mine. It's probably just in a straight line up, and then everything uphill from here. You can see that tree over there, that's an orange tree. It's the only other fruit tree I think I have on the land. I do have some grapes down here as well. These are all grapes. There's a little track going up here. So that little track that goes up, that's the borderline. This side is mine, that's the neighbor's. This circular shape is my borderline. That's the neighboring olive tree, and that's mine again. Beautiful grass down here as well. So the wall that you see up there, that's where the road is. And here we have an orange tree full of oranges. This is the well, the only well on the land. It's not a very big one. However, size doesn't matter, as you know. Yeah, I am worried that it's not gonna be enough. It's probably not gonna be enough. I need about 1,000 liters a day in summer, and I don't think I will be able to get that out of here. I just want to show you one more space. I just want to show you the place where I'm thinking to build my future house. I'm really excited. It's the first time in my life that I own a property. I never thought that I would. Well, I was dreaming about it and hoping, but yeah, 2 hectares of land is usually way too expensive for me. I'm always broke, as a lot of you know. Yeah, I was just lucky to get this at a very good price, and hopefully in future I can make some more good deals. So a little overview of the small part. I actually wanted to show you that as well. That's an old pig pen, but it's actually on the neighbors. So that's where the land ends. The ruin just up there, and then all this bit. Right down here, where you can see the hill. It's a bit sunny here now, but yeah, I want to dig out into the hill a bit, maybe 2 or 3 meters into the hill. Take all of this out and then build a house right over here. It's kind of in the middle of the land, but you can see you here, so quite secluded. It is a lower part of the land, so in winter this whole area is going to be very wet. I really like this little spot here. I like the idea of making my house kind of into the hill. That will have a lot of positive effects, like for the heat in summer, and for the heat in winter as well. So I also like the idea that it's not really going to be visible into the landscape. It's just going to be a part of the landscape. I kind of want to build everything out of stone, but I don't know if it's realistic. Like my house that I built on the other land, that was just for myself, but now I'm not alone anymore, so the house needs to be quite a bit bigger. You can build an agricultural building here without a license for 40 square meters and 4 meters high, and that's kind of what I want to do. I'm gonna build an agricultural building, but we're gonna live in the building. I want to stick to that 40 square meters, 4 meter high, but even that I already calculated. That means I need about, if I want to build everything out of stone, I need about 200 ton of stone, which is a crazy amount. For my other house, I always just went around with my wheelbarrow, collected stone here and there from the land, from the river, from anywhere around. But that's maybe 10 or 15 ton of stone that went into that building. 200 stone is another game. So I'm really not sure if I will be able to do that. We will see. I will think about it. Maybe there's other solutions, but that's the plan for now. A building about 40 square meters, 4 by 10, sunk into this hill behind me, and yeah, build a little family home for me and my girlfriend. So that's the plan. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed the little tour. Yeah, I haven't been around on YouTube much for various reasons. One was that I was working to earn a bit of money to be able to buy this land, and yeah, there's other reasons as well. Some of them I will share with you soon. I hope you're excited for the future. This means there's gonna be a lot of content coming, building wise, and you know, just starting a new life here. Yeah, exciting. I'm down by the river. Beautiful, beautiful little spot. Yeah, like I said, this is quite a bit of a bigger river than where I live now. It has loads of little waterfalls, but also further on, a very beautiful big. I will definitely hang out here quite a bit in summer, and all this land, I don't think this land is being used. Maybe for the olive trees for the harvest up there, but otherwise it's all growing pretty wild. So this is all potentially grazing land for my animals. Nobody will have a problem with that I'm grazing my animals on here, so that's pretty cool. So this was a very different video than what I'm usually doing. I was just excited to be able to share this with you guys. Yeah, I had some technical issues with my filming equipment. That's why it's been a while since my last video, but yeah, like I said, a lot of cool stuff happening. And if you're new to the channel, check out my old videos and maybe you want to subscribe. Anyway, thanks for watching and see you guys soon. Peace.